What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. In today's video, we are talking about Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are talking about my most requested commander spotlight to date for the evil factions. This is Gothmog, baby. So, go ahead and give me the like and sub. I would love you long time. Mwah. Let's get right to it. First of all, Gothmog is an orc, and he is the Witch King's right man in the lore. He is a leader, which means he's going to get 5 bonus command. 5 additional units worth of command, okay? Whoops, wrong button there. Might-wise, he's a little bit above average of 1.56 per level for a Tier 2 Evil Commander. Focus, he's at 2.21 per level, well above average there, one of the highest Tier 2. And then Speed, he's significantly below average at 0.64 per level, probably because somebody ate his leg when he was a baby. Or another time in his life. I don't really know when his leg was eaten, but clearly it's not there anymore. So yes, he's slow. Gear-wise, focus on might. Focus on might. Gothmog is really strong at buffing unit damage in his army. Damage is king in this game. Focus on might. I would garner some focus stat as a secondary stat, so feel free to use gear that has focus and might, but make sure that might is your primary stat, okay? Skill-wise, this is the fun part. Gothmog is all 4 of his respect skill trees here are highly useful. Many commanders have 2 to 3 useful ones. He's got 4 that are just dynamite, all 4 of them. So, first things first, Overlord is going to give you a 40% bonus damage on 1 instance on a 1-round cooldown starting in round 2 for 1 unit. Okay? Phalanx is going to reduce the physical damage taken by your units, melee units, by 14%. Fortify is going to give you 17.5% physical damage taken reduction while defending. Super duper strong. Okay. Then we have Second in Command, which is going to give you 15 focus and 15 increased damage dealt by your melee units. We've got Discipline for 35 defense and Anticipation for a 75% chance to dodge the first 4 instances of damage. The Crippled. This is unique to Gothmog. This is an insanely powerful ability that pairs very well with the evil units. You've probably noticed that evil units have a very wide range of damage dealt. I believe the Raiders and the Stalkers are good examples, like 12 to 25 or 13 to 25 damage range. But the most notable damage dealing evil unit that has a ridiculous range is the Alchemist and the Sappers. Sappers are 1 to 16. They're the Tier 2 Uruk-hai infantry. And then we have the Alchemists, which are the Tier 3 Uruk-hai infantry. And they deal 1 to 17 damage range. I'm just pulling off my brain, sorry. And they both get bonuses to fire damage, or burn damage. So this skill is tailored to evil units that have wide varying ranges of damage. Okay? In addition to that, we have Open Wound, which is going to deal 280 damage. Just kidding. It's going to deal 490 physical damage and be a heal debuff for 2 rounds. Keep in mind, he's dealing 90% less normal attack damage, but this should be full damage dealt, okay? And then we have Resupply, which is going to be 28% healing to 2 different targets for a total of 56% healing done every round, okay? One of the next extremely important skills he's got is the Mordor Lieutenant. This is going to increase the damage dealt by your units by 60% for the first 4 rounds. This is orcs and trolls only. Extremely important to remember that. If you are going to run Alchemists, like we talked about with the Crippled, they are not going to benefit from the Mordor Lieutenant. Okay? Then you have the Gron skill, which is massively useful when using him for siege, especially with funny enough, Alchemists and Sappers have enormous siege damage. Even though they don't benefit from the Lieutenant, they will benefit from the secondary skill. And Orcish Warlord is going to give Orcs specifically 14 speed and 14% less damage received, okay? So, he gives 3 bonuses that Orcs can use. Oh, well, more than that. He gives 4 bonuses that Orcs can use as far as just passive damage, right? He gives 3 bonuses that Trolls can use. And he gives 2 bonuses that the Uruk-hai can use, okay? And Uruk-hai and really any other unit. So if you're going to use Orcs, you're going to get 4 bonuses from his different respect talents. Orcs can be very strong with this guy, especially excited to see some of the new units that come out, but I'm hoping for some burn or poison damage Orc units that are really going to excel and be able to compete with the Uruk-hai sappers and alchemists. Looking forward to Season 2 and seeing what comes with that. And really being able to use Gothmog to his full potential there. But for right now, your 2 best bets are going to probably be the Uruk-hai Alchemist or the Troll Ravager, right? Because the Troll Ravager is going to benefit from 3 of these skills, and the Alchemist, even though it only benefits from 2, has the highest potential damage range. I've done some quick calcs for you. Let's go ahead and pull those up. We'll sprint through the calcs, and then I'll talk about my recommendations, okay? Here, I'll move my face out of your way. Here we go. So, I've done some rough math here. This is basically only taking into consideration the Alchemist and the Ravager's passive abilities, as well as Gothmog's Respect 3 and 5 talent trees. If you guys want to do your own math beyond this point and calculate gear and all these other 15 other million variables, go for it, but this is going to give you a benchmark to use, okay? Feel free to screenshot this. I made this for you. Alchemists. Damage roll of 1 to 17, passive multiplier 300% burn damage, actual damage roll 3 to 51. Units per command are 100, which gives you a damage roll per command of 300 to 5,100. 60%, this is Gothmog's Respect Level 3 talent. If we say that 60% of the damage they deal will be dealt at the maximum value, we're looking at an average of 30-60 per turn, plus an additional and that's over 10 turns. And then we have an additional, if we take 40% of their damage rolled at the average of 2,700 damage per command, we're looking at 1080 for a total combined average of damage per command over 10 rounds of 4,104. Their average damage of command for the first 4 rounds, because they do not benefit from the Respect Level 5 talent, stays 4,104. Okay? Ravagers. These guys don't have such a big damage roll. You may even be able to ditch the crippled talent itself and put your points into one of the other trees if you use Ravagers. But this calculation, like I said, same benchmark, same variables. This is considering maxing out Respect 3 and 5, okay? Respect 3 and 5, you're going to get... Sorry, back to the Ravagers. I got onto a tangent. The Ravagers are going to be 400 to 420 damage per roll, passive multiplier of 50% to 50% chance to deal 300% damage, which is an average of 150. Actual damage per roll 600 to 630, and that will decrease a little bit depending on how many units are on the field. But let's just assume the enemy has 3 units. Okay, so units per command, Ravager units per command is 4, which gives you a damage roll per command of 2,400 to 2,520. So the bottom is way higher than the Alchemist, but the top is definitely way lower. So 60% rolled at 520 is 1512, 40% rolled at 2,400 is 960. Your average damage of command over 10 rounds is going to be 2,472. Yes, sorry. Brain fart. Your average damage over 10 rounds will be 2,472 physical per round, per command. And your average damage for the first 4 rounds, because you do benefit from the Respect 5 talent, is going to be 3955.2. That puts you marginally below the Alchemist. And what does that actually calc out to? Hold your breath. We're looking at 39 104. We're looking at a 3.6% less damage than the Alchemists over the first 4 rounds. So the Ravagers will be neck and neck with the Alchemists for the first 4 rounds. And you know what? Even if they don't land the 60% roll in the first 4 rounds, their average damage will still be neck and neck with the Alchemists. Okay, so that's something to note. Which is going to bring me to the point I brought up before, where you can drop the Respect Level 3, the Crippled, and put points into Overlord and really get that passive 40% per instance damage bonus, okay? Or get an additional 15% damage dealt through the through your second in command. So not having to put points into the crippled for the Ravagers will free up points for Overlord and second in command. Oh, that's the wrong image. All right, I've recorded this video about 18 times already because I keep having issues with it, so I'm just going to go with it. Give me the like and sub. Now, Ravagers' average damage for the first 4 rounds, like we said, is 3955.2. Their average damage per command for the first 10 rounds is going to be closer to the 2472. The 3055 is a typo. Okay? So, ignore the 3055. That's a typo. The 2472 is the average, significantly well below in the 60th percentile compared to Alchemist damage over 10 rounds. But, like I said, if you can get points into Overlord and into his other abilities there, second in command, you may pull ahead with higher survivability on the trolls, okay? All right. I've done enough brain math at frickin' midnight here. I'm going to go to bed. Give me the like and sub. I love you guys a long time. Stay tuned for the Witch Tomb video later this week. The Witch King video later this week. Randy out.